Well, hi, everyone. I'm so excited to welcome you back to this edition of our Founders Spotlight. We have a very special treat today in that we are going to speak to Adam Grossman and Guy Rocourt of Papa and Barkley. And we're very excited because they carry a very important product in the cannabis industry. So first of all, welcome, Adam and Guy. It's so great to have you here. Thank you for joining me on Founders Spotlight.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you, Sharon.
So I'm very interested to know, Papa and Barkley, tell me about how it came to be, where the name came from. I know our viewers would be very interested to hear that story.
Sure, my pleasure. Papa refers to my father, actually, and what happened was that back in 2014, when I started looking at the cannabis industry, first to invest and help early stage companies grow. But I was also commuting from New York back to Boston to take care of my parents who were elderly and needed my help. My mom had Alzheimer's, and then my dad got this back condition, spinal stenosis, that just got worse and worse. And he couldn't get out of bed. He was in terrible pain. We put him in the hospital. He got put onto hospice care and nothing was working. And at the suggestion of a friend, I went online and looked at formulas on YouTube and for a pain balm to try and alleviate his back pain that way. And I looked at different formulas and synthesized my own, and called up a high school buddy to get some weed, and bought a couple of ounces of the best cannabis that I could get in my hometown, and borrowed a crock pot from the neighbor and went to Whole Foods for the ingredients and ground up the flour and cooked the oil and cooked the cannabis and the coconut oil in the crock pot to make it as strong as I could. Mixed up the bomb the next day, and when I put it on my father's back, I could get him out of bed. So he responded incredibly to this, and over time and with care, he actually got better. He got off hospice, and it opened my eyes to the incredible medicinal potential of cannabis. And I started giving away samples to friends and family and getting all this feedback, and started putting some work into branding. And through a friend who was doing the branding work, I met Guy. And in Guy found the perfect partner, because Guy had deep experience as a grower and extractor, product formulator, had launched a brand in Colorado with some investors that had bought a license, and also had a house with his lab and a grow in the basement that allowed us to launch the business from that house. And so in June of 2016, we launched our first product in the California cannabis market, which was this pain balm, our hero product.
Wow. And the name, Papa and Barkley, Papa's obviously, it sounds like from your dad.
Yeah,
where does Barkley come from?
So Barkley was my dog that became his dog, and they bonded, and Barkley would never leave his side. He's a beautiful 75-pound pit bull. So that's why I named the brand Papa and Barkley, and how Guy helped me bring it to life.
Wow, what a great legacy and a wonderful memory and tribute to your dad. So how very special. So one of the things you guys talk about is you talk about the company being a cannabis company, not a CBD company, but the products are made with CBD. So can you explain to us why you speak about the company in one light, but the products say CBD? So we can understand that distinction?
So we view ourselves as a cannabis company. CBD is a cannabinoid and part of cannabis, and we're thrilled to work with like Vitamin Shoppe and offer safe access through CBD-rich products because they're nationally legal. I love, and we've finally worked to the point that when you do go to our web portal, you realize that it's a cannabis company. And if you are in a state that doesn't have broader access, it's important for you to know that there are these products, and that ratios of these products often can be much more therapeutic. And we have to continue that advocacy to bring safe access of all products. And hopefully in the future, Vitamin Shoppe would be able to carry a larger assortment of our products that would bring this plant-based medicine to many different ailments, well beyond pain management, sleep, anxiety, and other things that we've already seen cannabis work for quite well, right? So we just don't play into the misinformation, and we try to stay very vigilant in realizing that a lot of the noise in the marketplace is exactly that noise. And so when we first started formulating Papa and Barkley products, one of the things I had said was, I wanted to make products that are so scientifically accurate that the more somebody studies cannabis, the more they know they will inevitably find our products.
I agree with you in terms of people go kind of to the dark place about what it has historically been categorized as. And, that's one of the reasons why at the Vitamin Shoppe, CBD HQ is very important to us. And, assembling people such as yourselves to be able to be part of our movement to share that CBD is good for you and it is a health and wellness solution. I want to move to the product itself because the packaging, the way you guys talk about the products, even things like the way that what you chose in terms of kind of the wood caps and the traceability on the boxes and being able to make sure that the customer can see that right off the bat. They don't even have to open the box. They can get to it right off the bat. So would you share with our viewers, the product, the packaging, why you built the assortment and the product the way that you did?
I can jump in, Adam. You go first.
Yeah, I'll do a little, and then so the bamboo reflects sustainability. I am a adventure travel person, and bamboo is my favorite. It's the fastest regenerating, along with hemp, has amazing properties for the planet. So we wanted to reflect in all of our packaging the quality of the solution that was inside. The evolution of the company in terms of how we educate and the transparency reflected in the packaging is really about being leaders in the medicinal use of the plant and relates to our evolution, but I'm sure Guy can add color as well.
Yeah, exactly. I would say that, transparency for us is job one. So I want you to know as much as you can before purchase. I want you to comment because I want to grow if I misstep, and I want to be transparent and held accountable 100%. That is like the only way that we're going to get through some of this negative stigma and whatnot.
We talk about lifetime wellness starts at the Vitamin Shoppe because we want to take you on your journey of your life. Do you guys have any wellness tips you'd like to share with our viewers?
Yeah, I have 2 wellness tips that relate to some loved ones that are in their 90s, and those are oatmeal and swimming. So whenever you watch the shows about the centenarians, there's always at least one person that is swearing by their daily intake of oatmeal. So I think that makes a lot of sense. And then I've known a few people, including my auntie Barbara, who's just amazing. She's 95 years old, completely together, and she swims every day. And some others as well. I won't bore you with, but I think that those would be my 2 go-to answers to the longevity.
And I would say my answers are recently, for me specifically, pets and water. So water, I just felt like I never drank enough, and now I'm dedicated to getting, based on my body weight, 1.5 gallons of water every day. And so I measure it. I have my hydro flask, and that's just the water. Other drinks do not factor in, just trying to drink the water. Tremendous help. I mean, it's like we just don't drink enough water as a people. And then pets, what I realized with pets is like the unconditional love is a reflection of your love and your structure. Obviously, they don't talk, right? But when we care for pets, they tend to bring structure to our lives, right? And they tend to reflect ourselves and our personality. So if you don't have a pet, that would be my recommendation.
That's great. Well, thank you, Guy and Adam, for spending some time with us today on our Founder Spotlight. It's both been inspirational and educational, and I really appreciate your time today, and for our viewers to have the opportunity to get to know you. And I also appreciate the fact that you're part of the Vitamin Shoppe family and that we get to evangelize and spread the word about this wonderful plant and what's possible together. So I want to thank all of our viewers for joining us on this version of our Founder Spotlight. Thank you guys so very much, and we'll see you again soon. Take care and stay well. Bye-bye.